Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about removing blocks to abundance and creating a feeling of abundance within you. This topic came about because I'm actually working with a few clients who have like this issue in their life, and it manifests in different ways. Okay, this issue, it's not always like you won't feel like, oh, I have a block to abundance. Probably won't have that realization. This issue will manifest itself in different ways in your life. Okay, so I will explain that how that happens. But let me just go into the cause of this happening. Okay, so a lot of people who have been in close contact with people who have NPD or show traits of NPD, you might have this block to abundance. Okay, and what does abundance mean? Abundance means a state of happiness or a state of feeling completely fulfilled and at peace and happy in life. Okay, so you can correlate why someone who has been with an NPD person, or just a toxic person, why they have this trait in them. Because obviously being with the toxic person is not a good experience, and it could have also like staying with a toxic person, you could have constantly heard them complaining about things, maybe about the world, about their life, about different things. They just are in this cycle of um, the world is not good enough for me. So everything they find a complaint in different things in life. It could also be constant criticism of you. So if the toxic person or NPD person in your life has extremely qualities of doing extreme shadow projection. Okay, so whatever they think is not right in them, they are going to project it on you. So say this narcissistic person is extremely against emotions. They are very stoic. Maybe they're very in control of their emotions all the time. So, and if you as a person living with them are extremely emotional, extremely sensitive, so whenever you show that side of yours, which is sensitive, which is emotional, which is maybe trusting, which lets go of control, which is easygoing, they are going to constantly criticize you for that quality of yours which they have put in their shadow. Okay, so this is called a shadow projection, because they have certain parts of their personality which they have repressed very badly inside of them. When they see this being reflected in someone else in their surrounding, they get irritated and they get agitated, because a part of them feels like, I cannot be like that. I cannot be super emotional. I cannot be super easy, go with the flow. I have to worry about this thing and this thing and this thing, and they have a whole list of things that they need to worry about. So you might be in such a situation. So when you are in such situations, it is very easy for you to subconsciously develop some blocks. Okay, and these blocks will remain even if you separate yourself from the narcissistic person, because the way to remove these blocks is basically you have to cultivate some lifestyle habits which you did not have when you were with the narcissistic person. Okay, so it's not a big deal, like this block will always stay and now you always have to be in this tendency of feeling lack. No, you don't. It's just that you have to cultivate a few lifestyle habits so that you can get out of this feeling of lack, or this block of abundance that you have like generated even without knowing it. So I hope you understand how this why this block gets created, because probably you have not been in a very optimal environment when you have been around a narcissistic person. And also, you don't have to be totally away from the narcissistic person to remove these blocks. So if you are like co-parenting with a narcissistic person, or if you have to live with a narcissistic person, you can still do these lifestyle habits, and slowly the blocks will go away, and slowly your perception will start to change. Basically, that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to change the way you see the world, because your perception really matters. So that's what these lifestyle habits will help you do. Yeah, so how do you pull yourself out of this energy of lack? Okay, so the first one is use affirmations. Okay, so you can say them, you can write them, you can say them in your mind, you can write them in nice typography, and put them on the walls or put them somewhere you can see them. You can make them your wallpaper, etc., etc. Lots of things you can do. You can write it in notes in your phone. So, some affirmations you can use are: I am abundant, I am enough, this moment is just right, I am going to live this moment to the fullest. Okay, and I'm going to moment because, or I'm going to time, okay, because abundance is also linked with time. So, when you are living with a narcissistic person, a lot of times they will either talk of the past, where the past is extremely glorified of how nice it was, how nice it was, and what that does is it kind of creates a sense in your brain that this moment is not good enough. Even if you're just listening to the narcissistic person, it will create this feeling in you that this moment is not good enough. And when you actually imbibe that vibration, you also become a person who's always looking for something else other than this moment. Okay, so when I say abundance, it also means accepting this moment as it is, because then you're giving out a vibration to the universe which says, what I have right now is good enough, what I have right now I really like. Okay, and it might be that you don't like the overall situation you are in, you might be with the narcissistic person, etc., etc., but what you have to realize is that in this moment you can make a choice to be happy, to be abundant, to be grateful for what you have. Okay, so don't think of the big picture, just think that for this moment I can be grateful, and just start like that. Okay, and see how slowly your life starts transforming when you accept just this moment. So yeah, that's my first one, which is using affirmations. Now the second one is like actually create a feeling of abundance in you. Okay, and I have some hacks for this. So use some small tricks. Okay, so like when you maybe like when you are choosing videos, which video should I watch on YouTube, you have an abundance of videos from which you choose one. Okay, so it is your choice. So you are already abundant in that moment where you are actually choosing a video to watch. Another thing is like when you, if you have like a few herbal teas or something like, or if you have a choice in food at home, right, maybe you have like a few different types of biscuits to eat with your tea, or some snacks, you have different snacks. Even in that, even in these small moments, you can actually feel how abundant you are, because you are abundant. There are so many people in this world who are not in a position to make the choice that you are making. So that is abundance. So when you actually feel that abundance, you are embodying the feeling of abundance. And it should not come from a place of ego where you feel like, oh wow, I'm so better than everyone else. It should come from a place of gratitude where you feel like, I am so grateful that I can actually experience this abundance. So when it comes from a place of gratitude and you actually feel abundance, abundance is just going to flow to you. You know, you will get choice after choice over things that you want to do in life, and you can actually then choose the life that you want to live. Then the next point I have is gratitude. So gratitude is like a magnet for abundance. So as I said before, like whenever you are feeling happy, or whenever you are in a higher vibration, or even when you are not, say you're in a very neutral or low vibration, you can still be grateful because you're breathing, you have a body, you have probably, like, I can name 100 things which you already should be grateful for, or which already, if you look statistically, so many people in the world are waiting to have, you know. So yeah, gratitude is also a magnet for abundance. Try to feel grateful whenever you can, wherever you can. And it's just a small thank you, you know, just saying the act of thank you in your mind, or in your brain, in your heart, can create the feeling of gratitude. Then the next thing is giving. Okay, so when you give to someone, and this is not always like financial giving, although it can be, and that's really great if you can financially give to someone. It could also be just lending your ear to someone, or giving your energy or your focus to someone. So someone's having a bad day, just kind of saying to them, it'll be fine. You know, just this one sentence is also a giving. So when you become a giver, it tells the universe that this person is sending out into the world what I sent to this person. So if you are happy, if say something good has happened in your life, and you're happy and you spread this feeling of happiness, it kind of shows that you are not hoarding it. Okay, you're giving it away. You're in a vibration of flow, so you're flowing with the universe. And so basically what happens is hoarding is an expression of the vibration of lack. When you feel lack, you hold on to those things. Okay, and people hold on to different things, like they hold on to happiness. If someone is happy, they want to suppress their happiness and not show other people they are happy. People also hold on to like sad feelings, bad feelings, angry feelings, etc. So this giving is actually an expression of is actually an example of expressing whatever you feel. So if you feel like someone has overstepped their boundaries, you can also give back that feedback that you have overstepped my boundaries. But if you do it in an emotionally intelligent way, like not in a like rude way, you can do it in a certain way. So you are again your emotions are again flowing, even though the emotion is not of happiness, it could be of anger, but at least you're not holding the emotion, you're not holding it inside you, you're letting it go, you know. And maybe you're letting it go in a good way or in a bad way, anyways. But the more flowing you are, the more comes to you. The more holding you are, you hold on to things, emotions, your hurts, your past, whatever, the more you are going into the lack vibration. So yeah, that is a hack. So just be flowing, be giving. When you can give to others, it shows to the universe that okay, if I give to this person, it's going to, what goes around is going to come around. Okay, so you are more in the flow with the universe rather than in flow with the ego, which wants to hold on. You know, ego wants to like strengthen itself. But when you are in the natural flow of the soul, it's okay, you don't care if you look a certain way or another way. So yeah, that is the next one. And um, yeah, so basically I think these were all the ones I have. And practice this whenever it is possible to you. And as I mentioned in the start of the video, that this lack of abundance, it's not like something that a client will tell me that, oh, I have a lack of abundance, or I have a block to abundance, or I have a feeling of lack within me. It won't come to you in those terms, okay? Because this is something that you have to decipher. Okay, so how do you decipher this? How do you decipher if you're in this feeling of lack? Okay, so the first thing is, maybe you feel a need of maybe you have a tendency of codependency. Okay, you have a certain neediness about you, that you need someone, you want someone's attention or approval or validation, etc. So this is also a lack mentality. You feel like I lack it, so someone has to give it to me. Okay, so it can show up in this way. Another feeling is, it can show up in just a sense of unhappiness in this moment. You know, when you are always feeling like, I want to change something. And see, this can be a true feeling. Maybe you are stuck in a bad situation and you want to change it. So that's totally fine. Okay, that doesn't mean you have a um, block to abundance. It could be a true situation, but it could also be that you always feel this. No matter what situation you are in, you want to move to the next situation. You feel like this situation is not good enough for me. So if you have this constant feeling that life is not good enough for me, life is unfair for me, so that means you do have a lack of abundance. You know, you have a lack mentality, basically, where whatever is not good enough for you. Now this is a bit tricky, because you can actually be in a really bad situation, so you will feel the lack. But if you feel it in every situation, then that's another clue. Then another thing that people who have this mentality can feel is, they can feel extremely jealous or envious of other people. It could also be that you feel that I work a lot harder than other people and I don't get as much as they do. Okay, so this is again a complex, that you feel you don't feel enough with what you are, with what you get, with you always feel maybe that you are overdoing, people are not doing enough. So there's always a sense of comparison between you and someone else. You So again, this comes from a lack of feeling good within yourself. And this could also result in victimhood. You always feel like a victim, maybe a victim of circumstance, maybe a victim of people around you, etc, etc. So when you have these feelings are a hint to you that you probably have a block to abundance in your life, because we all are capable of abundance, but we are just unaware that we have created within our being some blocks to it. So yeah, that was this video, and I hope you guys found it useful. If you have any other tips, please do write them in the comment section, and as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.